Imagine a woman who stands out, not because of her looks or clothes, but because of her inner strength and confidence. She's rare, defined not by trends, but by a sense of purpose. She knows her worth isn't based on titles or approval from others. This woman's identity comes from something deeper, her unique purpose. She doesn't rely on others' opinions to feel valuable. She's built this understanding through self-reflection, growth, and her connection with her beliefs. She doesn't measure success by society's standards or seek worth in temporary achievements. Instead, she knows she was created for a unique purpose that only she can fulfill. This purpose keeps her grounded, steady, and focused no matter what life brings. In a world where many seek approval, she remains true to herself, even if it means standing alone. Her purpose isn't something anyone else defines. It's something only she and her beliefs truly understand. Her confidence comes from within, from a sense of peace only possible for those who know their purpose. She has taken time to think about her strengths, values, and calling, and she's not afraid to ask herself tough questions. What motivates her? What are her gifts? How can she positively impact others? She knows this journey of discovering answers takes time and patience. She doesn't rush or compare herself to others, understanding that each person's path is unique. Her purpose is her guide, and she thoughtfully chooses paths that align with it. If something doesn't match her calling, she has the wisdom to let it go. She knows that by saying no to the wrong thing, she makes space to say yes to what truly matters. Her purpose acts as her compass, keeping her focused and away from distractions. This grounding gives her a quiet but strong confidence. She doesn't need to show off or seek attention. Her actions speak for her. Her life shows genuine purpose, drawing others to her naturally. People notice her character and grace. She's calm, not arrogant, strong, not stubborn, kind, not boastful. She lives her purpose daily, radiating peace and strength. This quiet confidence is rare and only comes when someone knows who they truly are. Another unique quality about her is resilience. Her purpose gives her strength to keep going even when challenges arise. She understands that a purposeful path isn't always smooth, but each obstacle teaches her and makes her stronger. She doesn't give up because she knows her purpose is worth the struggle. Her vision of her goals helps her through dark times, and this resilience makes her even more remarkable. Her purpose also shapes the way she interacts with others. She doesn't seek validation from people, so she's free to love and help others without needing anything in return. She doesn't try to please everyone. Instead, she focuses on fulfilling her purpose. This lets her build meaningful connections, lift others up, and support them genuinely without feeling the need to compete. Her relationships are built on mutual respect and encouragement, not on proving herself. This is why she stands out, because she offers something rare in a world that often rewards surface-level connections. Her purpose has given her a higher standard for her relationships, and she chooses to surround herself with people who respect and support her journey. A rare woman grounded in her purpose is a powerful force. She knows her identity. She stands firm in it, regardless of the noise and chaos around her. Her purpose is her foundation, her source of peace, and her guide in every decision. She is a beacon of strength and stability in an uncertain world, not because she has all the answers, but because she is committed to a life of meaning. She doesn't need to follow trends, conform to expectations, or chase after approval, because she has found something far greater purpose that defines her and gives her life immeasurable worth. And that truly is what makes her rare. The rarest woman in the world embodies strength and self-awareness. Self-awareness, a quality that is cultivated through a deep, ongoing relationship with herself. She takes the time to understand her core values, desires, and unique traits, building a foundation of confidence that guides her through life. This self-awareness is not simply about knowing her preferences or identifying surface-level characteristics. It's a profound understanding of who she is at her essence. She knows that without truly understanding herself, she would be easily swayed by the opinions and expectations of others. Instead, her self-awareness grounds her and becomes her strength, allowing her to move with confidence and clarity, even when faced with challenging circumstances. For the rare woman, self-awareness is a journey rather than a destination. She doesn't assume she has figured it all out. Instead, She regularly takes time to reflect on her experiences, choices, and reactions, seeking to learn more about herself with each passing day. She pays attention to how she responds to different situations, understanding that each response tells her something deeper about herself. She is not afraid to look honestly at both her strengths and weaknesses because she knows that awareness is the first step toward growth. She embraces this inner work because she sees herself as a work in progress. And she is committed to refining her character continually. Her self-awareness allows her to recognize patterns in her behavior and thought processes, which gives her a unique ability to break free from cycles that don't serve her well. For example, if she notices that certain environments or people drain her energy, she acknowledges this without judgment and takes action to protect her well-being. She understands that knowing herself includes recognizing what nourishes her and what depletes her, and she makes decisions that support her inner peace. This level of insight helps her to live authentically, choosing situations and relationships that align with her true self rather than settling for what is simply available or convenient. Another aspect of her self-awareness is her ability to navigate her emotions effectively. The rare woman does not ignore her feelings or brush them aside. Instead, she honors them as valuable indicators of what is happening within her. She takes time to process our emotions, allowing herself to feel deeply without letting those emotions dictate our actions impulsively. This maturity in managing her emotions means she can respond thoughtfully to life's challenges rather than reacting in haste. Her emotional intelligence not only benefits her but also strengthens her relationships with others as she can approach interactions with empathy and understanding. The strength of the rare woman lies in her ability to make decisions with clarity and conviction because she knows who she is. When faced with a choice, she doesn't have to second-guess herself or seek approval from others. Her self-awareness provides her with a sense of direction that keeps her from wandering aimlessly. She is intentional in her choices, understanding that each decision is a reflection of who she is and what she values. This level of clarity empowers her to take risks. When necessary, she is confident in her capacity to handle the outcomes, whether favorable or not. She understands that even mistakes are opportunities for learning, and she embraces them as part of her journey towards self-mastery. Her self-awareness also influences how she sets boundaries. She understands that protecting her time, energy, and emotional well-being is essential to living a balanced and fulfilling life. Because she knows herself deeply, she has a clear understanding of her limits and what she is willing to tolerate. This clarity gives her the courage to establish boundaries with grace and respect, communicating her needs honestly and without guilt. She doesn't feel obligated to please everyone, nor does she feel pressure to say yes when aligned with her values. By setting healthy boundaries, she creates a life that reflects her authenticity and preserves her peace. In her interactions with others, the rare woman's self-awareness shines through as an inviting presence. People are drawn to her because she is genuine, grounded, and unapologetically herself. She doesn't feel the need to project a false image or wear a mask to be accepted. Her authenticity creates an atmosphere of trust, encouraging those around her to be themselves as well. She understands that by knowing and accepting herself, she gives others permission to do the same. This self-assuredness is magnetic, inspiring others to explore their own identities and recognize the value in living authentically. Perhaps one of the rarest and most powerful aspects of her self-awareness is her ability to handle criticism constructively. Because she knows herself, she doesn't feel threatened by feedback or differing opinions. Instead, she listens openly, discerning what might be useful for her growth and letting go of anything that doesn't serve her. She understands that feedback can be a valuable tool for improvement, and she approaches it with humility. At the same time, her self-awareness acts as a shield, allowing her to remain confident and secure even when faced with unwarranted criticism or negativity. The rare woman's strength and self-awareness is a gift not only to herself, but to everyone she encounters. Her deep understanding of herself enables her to contribute meaningfully to her relationships, career, and community. She brings a sense of stability and integrity to every space she enters because she is not easily swayed or manipulated. Her inner clarity allows her to serve as a source of wisdom and strength for others, guiding them through her example of grounded confidence and self-respect. In a world where many struggle to know who they truly are, the rare woman's self-awareness sets her apart. She embodies the peace and confidence that come from a life lived authentically, a life rooted in understanding and embracing her unique identity. Her self-awareness is not only her strength, but also her gift to the world, as it allows her to live out her purpose with grace, resilience, and unwavering clarity. The rarest woman in the world possesses an inner strength that doesn't need external validation or applause. This strength is rooted in a quiet confidence that emanates from within, a calm, steady assurance that allows her to move through life with grace and purpose. She isn't driven by the need for attention or approval because she has learned the power of self-reliance and internal validation. Her confidence does not waver with external opinions or judgments. Instead, it's grounded in the knowledge that her worth and value are inherent and unchanging regardless of others' perceptions. This rare woman understands that true confidence is not about projecting an image of perfection or boasting about accomplishments. Instead, it's about accepting herself fully with all her strengths and weaknesses. She knows that confidence isn't the absence of self-doubt, but rather the ability to keep moving forward despite it. When she encounters challenges, she faces them with a resilience that comes from believing in her capacity to overcome. She doesn't ignore her fears or insecurities, but acknowledges them as part of her journey, using them as stepping stones toward greater self-understanding and personal growth. One of the reasons she stands out is her ability to remain calm and composed even in the face of adversity. This inner poise comes from her deeply rooted confidence, which acts as a buffer against life's storms. She doesn't let the external circumstances dictate her mood or her sense of worth. When faced with criticism or rejection, she takes it in stride, analyzing it with wisdom and discernment rather than allowing it to shake her foundation. She understands that feedback from others can offer insight, but it does not define her. This ability to separate herself from the opinions of others allows her to navigate life with a peace that is both rare and inspiring. Her quiet confidence also enables her to support and uplift others without feeling threatened. She celebrates others' successes because she knows that someone else's achievement does not diminish her own worth. This self-assuredness makes her a source of encouragement and positivity for those around her. She doesn't compete or compare herself to others because she knows that her path is uniquely hers. Her confidence allows her to recognize and appreciate the beauty in others without feeling the need to diminish her own life. This generosity of spirit is a hallmark of her character, as it stems from the knowledge that she is enough just as she is. This rare woman is comfortable with vulnerability because she sees it as a sign of strength, not weakness. She is not afraid to be open about her struggles or share her journey, understanding that vulnerability is a powerful connector. Her quiet confidence allows her to be real with others, showing her true self without fear of judgment. She recognizes that people connect more deeply with authenticity than with perfection. By embracing her imperfections and sharing her experiences, she creates an environment where others feel safe to be themselves. Her vulnerability is not a plea for sympathy or validation, but rather an invitation for deeper and more meaningful connections. Her confidence allows her to set boundaries that protect her peace and well-being. Learn she knows what she stands for and isn't easily swayed by the opinions or demands of others. When something doesn't align with her values or purpose, she has the courage to say no, even if it might disappoint someone. She understands that setting boundaries is essential to living a balanced and fulfilling life. This confidence in her own choices and values gives her the freedom to create a life that is authentic and true to herself without the constant pressure to meet others' expectations. Her boundaries are not walls to keep people out, but rather healthy limits that allow her to give the best of herself to the world. The rare woman's quiet confidence also shapes the way she pursues her goals. She doesn't rush or feel pressure to meet arbitrary milestones. Instead, she moves at her own pace, trusting that everything will unfold in its own time. She understands that true success isn't about competing to stay ahead, but about staying true to her own path. Her goals are driven by a desire to fulfill her potential and make a positive impact, not by a need to prove herself. This intrinsic motivation allows her to stay focused and resilient. even when the journey is long or the obstacles seem insurmountable. She knows that each step forward, no matter how small, is a step toward a meaningful life. Another aspect of her quiet confidence is her ability to listen to her intuition. She trusts her inner voice, using it as a guide in her decisions and relationships. While she values the advice and insights of others, she ultimately relies on her own judgment. Something she has honed over time, and it gives her the ability to navigate life with a clarity that few possess. She doesn't need to follow trends or seek approval because her confidence is rooted in her understanding of who she is and what she stands for. This makes her decisions deliberate and intentional, allowing her to build a life that reflects her deepest values. This woman is also comfortable with solitude, finding strength and solace in her own company. She understands that alone time is not something to be avoided, but embraced as a chance to recharge and reconnect with herself. Her quiet confidence allows her to enjoy her own presence, free from the need to constantly seek company or affirmation from others. She values solitude as a space for reflection, creativity, and personal growth. This comfort with herself is a testament to her self-assuredness and independence, qualities that make her both rare and admirable. The quiet confidence of the rarest one is what sets her apart. She doesn't seek to impress others or draw attention to herself, yet her presence is unmistakable. She carries a strength that is subtle yet powerful, a peace that is calm yet resilient. Her confidence comes not from external sources, but from an inner knowing that she is valuable, worthy, and capable. This deep-seated assurance allows her to live with purpose, kindness, and grace, radiating a light that draws others in and inspires them to cultivate the same quiet strength within themselves. The rarest woman in the world carries herself with a remarkable sense of purpose, a deeply rooted understanding that her life is meant to have meaning and impact. She lives each day intentionally guided by her inner compass rather than the fleeting influences of trends or the opinions of others. For her purpose isn't just a lofty idea, it is the very foundation of her decisions, relationships, and aspirations. She believes that her existence is not accidental, and she approaches life with a deep respect for the gifts, talents, and opportunities that have been entrusted to her. This sense of purpose empowers her to set her own course and avoid distractions, giving her the strength to persevere even in difficult times. Her purpose gives her life clarity and direction, allowing her to prioritize what truly matters to her. She knows that time is a precious resource, one she doesn't waste on meaningless pursuits or superficial interactions. Instead, she chooses to invest her energy in activities and relationships that align with her core values and long-term vision. Each day, she seeks out ways to grow, learn, and contribute, seeing every experience as an opportunity to move closer to her purpose. Her decisions are not driven by societal expectations or a need for validation. They're guided by a deeper understanding of what she feels called to accomplish. This intentional approach not only brings her fulfillment, but also inspires those around her to pursue their own meaningful paths. The rare woman's sense of purpose also affects her resilience. She sees challenges not as obstacles, but as essential components of her journey. Knowing that her life has a purpose helps her to maintain perspective even when faced with setbacks. She understands that struggles and difficulties are often pathways to greater wisdom and strength. This awareness prevents her from giving up easily. Instead, she finds ways to adapt, overcome, and keep moving forward. Her purpose is a constant reminder that the journey is worth it, that every hardship and every triumph is part of a bigger picture. This resilience is one of her most remarkable qualities, as it enables her to stay grounded and committed to her path, even when circumstances are less than ideal. In relationships, her sense of purpose shines through as she seeks connections that encourage her growth and align with her values. She chooses friends and partners who support her vision and respect her individuality, surrounding herself with people who inspire her and challenge her to be her best self. This discernment allows her to cultivate relationships that are deep, authentic, and mutually fulfilling. She understands that relationships are not just for companionship, but are meant to be spaces of support, understanding, and shared growth. Her commitment to her purpose ensures that she doesn't settle for shallow connections or relationships that hinder her progress. Instead, she fosters bonds that reinforce her journey, enriching her life and strengthening her commitment to her purpose. Her purposeful approach extends to how she contributes to the world. She recognizes that purpose is not only about personal fulfillment, but also about making a positive impact. This rare woman understands that her gifts and talents are meant to serve others, and she actively seeks ways to use them in meaningful ways. Whether through her career, volunteer work, or everyday interactions, she approaches each opportunity with the intention to uplift, inspire, and make a difference. Her purpose drives her to consider the legacy she is building, knowing that her actions and choices affect those around her. She aims to leave a positive mark on the world, understanding that purpose is not solely about personal gain, but about contributing to something greater than herself. Because she lives with purpose, the rare woman also exhibits a sense of gratitude and contentment. She understands that her journey, with all its highs and lows, is part of a unique path that has been crafted specifically for her. This awareness keeps her grounded and appreciative even during difficult times. She doesn't constantly compare her life to others or feel envious of their achievements, as she knows that her purpose is uniquely hers. This gratitude fuels her joy and keeps her focused, allowing her to celebrate her own milestones and learn from her setbacks without feeling pressured by external standards. She finds fulfillment in her journey, taking pride in the progress she makes each day toward a life that resonates with her inner calling. Her sense of purpose allows her to say no to things that do not serve her growth. She is discerning about where she invests her time and energy, understanding that purpose requires focus and commitment. She doesn't spread herself thin by chasing every opportunity or succumbing to distractions. Instead, she remains steadfast in her priorities, saying no to things that pull her away from her path. This discipline allows her to channel her energy effectively, ensuring that her time and resources are spent in ways that contribute to her vision. Her purpose acts as a filter, guiding her choices and helping her avoid the pitfalls of aimlessness or overstimulation that so often cloud people's lives. Living with purpose gives her a unique sense of fulfillment, a joy that doesn't rely on external achievements or approval. She knows that her worth is not defined by accolades or material success, but by her dedication to her values and her contribution to the world. This intrinsic fulfillment keeps her motivated, as she understands that every step on her journey is meaningful. Her life may not always be easy, but it is rich with purpose, and this gives her a sense of satisfaction that is rare in today's world. She doesn't chase fleeting pleasures. Instead, she finds joy in the process of living out her purpose day by day. The rare woman's sense of purpose is what makes her stand out. She embodies a deep commitment to her values and vision, radiating a sense of direction and intention that is both inspiring and admirable. She doesn't wait for life to hand her meaning. She creates it with each choice, each action, and each relationship. Her purpose is a guiding light, illuminating her path and giving her the strength to persevere, the wisdom to choose wisely, and the courage to live authentically. Through her purposeful life, she not only finds fulfillment, but also becomes a source of inspiration for others, encouraging them to discover and pursue their own unique paths with the same grace and dedication. The rarest woman in the world is distinguished by her deep commitment to cultivating inner beauty, a beauty that radiates from her spirit, her actions, and her character. This inner beauty isn't reliant on physical appearance or external approval, but rather on her authentic kindness, humility, and integrity. She understands that true beauty is reflected in the way she treats others, in her empathy, and in her unwavering commitment to live by values that reflect her heart's deepest conviction. While outward beauty may fade, her inner beauty grows stronger and more vibrant over time, making her presence impactful and unforgettable. This rare woman has a profound respect for others, rooted in the belief that every person deserves kindness and compassion. She doesn't judge or look down on others, but approaches each person with an open heart, seeking to understand rather than criticize. Her kindness isn't just a surface-level politeness, it's a genuine care for people's well-being. She recognizes that everyone is on a unique journey with struggles and dreams of their own. And this awareness makes her empathetic and understanding. Her kindness is not selective. She extends it to everyone, whether they can return it or not. This inclusive empathy is part of what makes her inner beauty so genuine and rare. Humility is another cornerstone of her character. She knows that true beauty isn't about showcasing her achievements or drawing attention to herself. Instead, she seeks to lift others up and share credit where it's due. She doesn't need to boast or seek validation because she is confident in her worth and comfortable in her own skin. Her humility allows her to connect with others on a deeper level as people feel safe and valued in her presence. She recognizes that every person has something to offer, and she values others' contributions as much as her own. This humility not only strengthens her relationships, but also enhances her inner beauty as it reflects a strength that is both profound and rare. The rare woman is also unwavering in her integrity, living in alignment with her values and principles. She understands that inner beauty isn't just about kindness or humility, but about consistency between her words and actions. She doesn't compromise her values for temporary gain or approval. Instead, she remains true to what she believes in, even when it's challenging. Her integrity gives her a quiet strength that others respect and admire. People know they can trust her because she is consistent, reliable, and honest. This integrity is a foundation upon which she builds her life, ensuring that her choices and relationships reflect her true self. Her authenticity makes her inner beauty enduring and trustworthy, something that people recognize and appreciate. The beauty of her character is also seen in her willingness to forgive and move past grievances. She understands that holding on to bitterness only diminishes her own peace and growth. Instead of harboring resentment, she chooses to forgive and let go, allowing herself to heal and make room for positive experiences. Her forgiveness is not a sign of weakness, but of inner strength, showing that she values her peace over past hurts. This ability to forgive adds to her inner beauty, as it frees her from the burdens of anger and resentment, making her a person of peace and emotional resilience. Her forgiveness is a gift both to herself and to those around her, creating an environment of acceptance and grace. Her inner beauty also shines through in her generosity as she finds joy in giving without expecting anything in return. She is not just generous with material things, but with her time, her attention, and her compassion. When someone is in need, she is there to support them, offering a listening ear or a helping hand. Her generosity is fueled by a genuine desire to uplift and empower others. She gives from the heart, finding fulfillment in seeing others succeed and thrive. Her selflessness is rare in a world that often prioritizes individual success over communal support. And this willingness to serve others enhances her beauty from within. This woman's inner beauty is also reflected in her ability to be vulnerable and authentic. She doesn't feel the need to hide her struggles or pretend to have everything figured out. Instead, she is open about her journey, understanding that vulnerability is a bridge to deeper connections. She shows others that it's okay to be imperfect, to have weaknesses and fears, and to seek help when needed. Her vulnerability makes her relatable and approachable, creating a safe space for others to be themselves. This authenticity is a rare quality, as it requires the courage to be real in a world that often values appearances over substance. By embracing her vulnerability, she invites others to do the same, fostering genuine relationships and mutual understanding. This inner beauty isn't something she wears like a garment. It's woven into her every action, every word, and every choice. She knows that true beauty is not about perfection, but about presence, about showing up as her best self even when life is challenging. She radiates a beauty that can't be defined by trends or standards, as it is rooted in who she is at her core. Her warmth, compassion, and grace and integrity make her beautiful in ways that transcend physical appearance. She understands that her beauty is a reflection of her soul, something that grows deeper and more resilient with time. This rare woman's inner beauty is what leaves a lasting impression. While others may focus on temporary markers of beauty, she invests in qualities that are eternal. Her kindness, humility, integrity, and grace are the essence of her character. Okay, creating a beauty that touches lives and transforms hearts. People are drawn to her not just for how she looks, but for how she makes them feel valued, respected, and understood. Her inner beauty is a source of light, illuminating her path and inspiring others to seek the same qualities within themselves. Through her example, she teaches that true beauty is found not in appearances, but in the depth of character and the love one gives and in the impact one leaves on the world. The rarest woman in the world embodies a strength that is both quiet and unyielding, a resilience that allows her to stand firm even in the face of adversity. She doesn't draw attention to her strength by making grand displays, nor does she rely on the approval or recognition of others to affirm her worth. Her strength comes from within a wellspring of courage, perseverance, and self-belief that she has cultivated through experience, reflection, and growth. She understands that life will bring challenges, but she chooses to view them not as setbacks, but as stepping stones, valuable lessons that shape her character and refine her purpose. This woman has an unshakable inner fortitude that anchors her in life's storms. She does not break under pressure or allow fear to hold her back. Instead, she faces difficulties with calm determination, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to grow stronger and wiser. Her resilience comes from a deep understanding of herself and a belief that she is capable of overcoming whatever obstacles come her way. She knows that strength isn't just about physical endurance, but about mental and emotional stability. In moments of trial, she grounds herself, drawing strength from within and moving forward with grace even when the path is uncertain. One of the defining aspects of her strength is her ability to remain hopeful. Even when circumstances seem bleak, she doesn't allow temporary struggles to cloud her vision or rob her of her joy. Instead, she holds on to her dreams and aspirations with a quiet confidence, trusting that every experience, good or bad, serves a purpose in her life. Her hopefulness is not blind optimism, but a choice to see beyond immediate challenges, to believe in a brighter future despite the present. This hope acts as a beacon, guiding her through dark times and helping her maintain perspective. It's this unwavering hope that fuels her resilience, allowing her to persevere with a sense of purpose and direction. Her strength also lies in her adaptability, her capacity to adjust her approach when circumstances change. She knows that life is unpredictable, and rather than resisting change, she embraces it as an opportunity to grow. She is not rigid or set in her ways. Instead, she is open to new ideas and willing to learn from her experiences. This adaptability allows her to navigate life's ups and downs with grace, finding new paths when old ones close, and adjusting her perspective when necessary. Her flexibility is a testament to her strength, as it shows her willingness to evolve and adapt without losing sight of her core values and goals. She doesn't see change as a threat, but as a natural part of life's journey. The rare woman's strength also manifests in her self-discipline. She understands the importance of consistency and commitment, and she doesn't allow momentary discomfort or distraction to deter her from her goals. Whether it's a personal ambition, a professional pursuit, or a commitment to her loved ones, she approaches it with dedication and focus. She is disciplined in her actions, managing her time and energy wisely to ensure that she is always moving closer to her vision. This self-discipline is not just about willpower, it's about prioritizing her goals and maintaining a sense of accountability to herself. Her strength lies in her ability
Hey everyone, Daily Key Motivation 2024. Today's speak amazing. A woman one started out not because of her looks or clothes, but because of her inner struggle and confidence. She is rare, different, not by trend, but by a sense of purpose. She knows her world. It's best on test or approval from others. This woman identity comes from something deeper. Her unique purpose. She doesn't really want others' opinion to feel valuable. She's built this understanding, thought, self-reflection, growth, and her connection with her beliefs. She doesn't matter success by society sets and standards or seek worth in temporary achievements instead. She knows she was created for a unique purpose that only she can fulfill. This purpose keeps her grow, understand, and focus no matter who life breath.